Okay, so this is a it's a termite. I don't know. I can't remember the termite, commercial termite stuff. I'll remember it in a second. But the guy, I just bought this house and live in North Alabama. But the termite company wanted $260 a year. Centricon wanted $260 a year to continue the termite protection on this house. And I told the guy, I said, well, the house I just moved from, which is similar size to this, termite contract was about $120 a year. I said, if you could match that, okay, I'll bring you on. Well, he said he couldn't. So he had some kid come out here and pop all these out of the ground, but he missed a few. This is one of them. So I'm doing my own termite and pest control. And so this is where the previous bait station was. These are baits that I made myself after doing a little bit of research. So if you get on the Centricon website, it says that these bait stations are about 9 feet apart or 3 meters. So I'm putting them about 9 feet apart. So I've got one right here. It's right there. So probably a little bit closer to 9 feet in some cases. But going around the perimeter of my house, this is a 2,140 square foot house plus the concrete out here. Probably gonna need about 30 stations. I made up 15 yesterday, and I'll show you what those bait stations look like. So all I'm doing is using these, I guess they're 20-ounce. Yeah, a 20-ounce water bottle. I've just cut the top off of it. I've got cardboard. That's roughly 2 feet of cardboard, 5 inches tall. And I've soaked it in a solution of Termite SC, which originally I bought because I was going to treat the foundation. But I ended up treating my foundation with borax. I know borax takes care of termites. Takes care of quite a few insects actually. This house, so the dogs brought some fleas in, and I was out of town, came back, and this place was crawling with fleas. Well, we sprinkled, I don't know, probably about a box of borax on the carpets throughout the house. And you know, those fleas were dead, gone. Didn't see another one in just a day or two, a couple days. So I have treated the foundation. You can see right here where my concrete is. There's a crack along the perimeter wall. This is a raised foundation house. So I've gone around the entire exterior of the house and sprinkled borax against the foundation perimeter wall. I also crawled under the house and did the same thing. Now I realize that, you know, through the rain and whatever, that the stuff on the outside is probably going to wash away, but it's going to wash into the soil. So I will keep adding a little bit of borax until I feel like the soil's saturated to the point where it's going to be lethal for insects. Also what I did, and I went around all the piers under the house, sprinkled around all the piers, and on top of the piers where the floor sits on them. So I feel like I've got fairly good coverage. The other additional step I took is I sprayed this. This is from Do Your Own Pest Control, Cyper WP insecticide. So also, like for example, I sprayed right under this lip of the siding. I should wash my hands now. I also sprayed the interior perimeter wall with Cyper WP. This stuff will wash off if it gets wet, but in the crawl space shouldn't be a problem. I also sprayed all the piers with Cyper WP. The stuff doesn't smell. There's no indication that there's any type of insecticide from what I've been reading, and it's been a while, but this stuff is really actually pretty dangerous for creatures that do not have kidneys. You know, humans have kidneys, and dogs and cats, of course, so it's we can process the toxin out. Anyhow, I've used this stuff successfully in a rent house to take care of a roach problem. But yeah, here's where I'm going. So these are supposed to be actually within half a meter of the foundation. Now, the foundation actually comes out to probably about right here. So we're probably more like a little over a meter away. But I just replaced that where the original Centricon station was. I've got another one right here, which is probably roughly 7 feet. I've got another one right down here on each side of the step or the porch. And so basically what the concept is here for these bait stations is it's the cardboard soaked in the Termite SC, although you can use Taurus, which I guess is the same constituents, and it's cheaper. I bought that Termite before I found out about Taurus. Also, what I've seen online, and I haven't tried it, but I don't have any doubt that it works. I just have the Taurus. I have the Termite, so I'm using it. But is that you can make a solution of borax and water, dissolve the borax in it, soak your cardboard in it, and also have really good results. Like I said, I'm using the Termite because I already had it. But here's what the excuse me. So here's the concept. These are set flush with the surface of the ground, so it shouldn't hit it with the lawnmower. Also, it's in the corner here. It's pretty up close to the house. But whatever the case is, you don't want it to get damaged by anything. But you do want to be able to see the top of the container. And the reason you want to be able to see the top of the container is the subterranean termites do not like light. So they run from the light. But actually what they're going to do, what they should do if I get termites over in this area, is they'll be drawn to the cardboard. They will consume the cardboard, but they'll get up in here and they will cover the inside of this container with mud to block the light. So this is really serving two purposes. It's drawing the termites to this poison bait location, and it's also telling me that I have termite activity in the area. So anyway, I've got the bait station here. The perimeter wall is, 3 to 4 feet away. I've got borax over there. I've got borax on the inside. I'm also gonna walk around and do inspections. Now I put actually a heavier concentration of borax on the inside because I knew I wasn't going to get under there. Well, I don't plan on getting under there very often to do my inspections. But like I said, I do have a fairly good line of defense. I've got that interior wall sprayed with the insecticide, and I also have the borax there. So here's another bait station. Bait station every 9 feet. So this is the latest one I put in. 3 more getting ready to install, so I'll place one. Well, in fact, there's the previous Centricon hole. There should be one over here on the other side of the air conditioner. And then I've got the back of the house. I haven't done that yet. I don't have enough traps made yet. So I'll get to that. But I have sprayed the insecticide, and I have covered the perimeter. About a month and a half ago, I put the borax down on the foundation. So I'll keep you all informed on what happens. I just couldn't see paying somebody $260 a year for a system that the previous owner paid to have installed, and then they wanted to take the stuff out. So yeah, it's I think it's a bit of a scam, really. Hiring a termite company. Now, they probably honor what they say, but that's a lot of money for really not a whole lot of stuff going on. And I don't mean to demean any of you who are professional in the industry, but I'm a do-it-yourselfer, and I suppose I'm willing to take the risk. The money I save from doing this myself, I can buy an insurance plan to have work done on this house if it ever needs it for termites. But like I said, I think this three-tiered approach, using professional products other than the borax, I think I'll be okay. Anyway, thanks for listening, and I'll put some updates in if I see any activity, or if I don't, or whatever. Oh, by the way, one other thing about these bait stations. So the termites are not supposed to detect the borax or the termitor. So they'll eat the wood, they'll carry, and they'll also get it on their bodies, and they will carry it back to the colony is the thought, and then it will help to destroy the colony. I've heard that, I've read that, I don't know that, but that's pretty much what Termidor, or what not Termidor, Centricon system claims to be able to do. By the way, the Centricon system, from what I understand, sorry, this is dragging on now, that there are two different types of bait stations, or cartridges that fit inside this bait station. A cartridge that simply attracts termites, and then the termite professional comes out here and inspects and looks in there to see if there's been any activity, and if he sees activity, then he replaces it with a bait cartridge, which is poison. So I find that a little bit odd, that, and maybe somebody will explain it to me, but why they don't just put the insecticide cartridge in from the get-go. Anyhow, thanks for listening, and I'll try to put some updates in here. Bye.